Hi, can you hear me, guys?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon
Good
to you
afternoon.
too. How are
Yes,
you?
we can. Very good indeed.
Good, very good. And Shireen? Hi,
Hi, good
hi,
afternoon.
Shireen. Good afternoon to you too. Thank you. So let's start
Today
the
we have
session.
class
Excuse me?
Marzieh.
Excuse me? I can't hear you. Would you please repeat that? Hello?
Okay. We have class without Marzieh today.
Yes, we have the class without No, Marzi doesn't take this class. She's never in this
Oh,
class.
okay.
Yes, okay. So, can you see the screen? I'm sharing page 33 of the magazine, Bloomberg.
Yes.
Okay, good. So, do you want to do a review, Behzad?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go on, please.
Yeah. Last session we had again we had beach, and you said we can use it for people also. For
Yes,
example, let's teach him,
yes,
which means in Farsi قال گذاشتن.
yes,
And yeah, we had attributed to, which means caused by or connected to.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Bustling port, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which means a port which is full of activity and a lot of things are happening there.
Yes.
We have some good expressions like to come to a halt, which
Mm-hmm.
means to stop. And to make it passive, we should change the verb actually to bring to a halt.
Yes. Of course, the
Yeah,
meaning,
and
see, the meaning is passive, not grammatically passive. Because,
yeah,
for passive, we
yeah,
use to be verbs. So you cannot
yeah,
turn the verb come into passive. That's why. Okay, go on.
yeah, yeah. Then we have abrupt,
Mm-hmm.
which means sudden, regulate.
Yes. But Behzad, it's not
Yeah,
abrupt. See, a lot of words that start with A in English, a lot of them, not all of them, like abrupt.
abrupt. Yes,
It's
with
not,
schwa.
yes, very good. It's a schwa. It's not a, it's not a. It's something in
Yes,
between. Abrupt.
yes.
Okay, go on.
And then we have line, queue, and backup, and the difference between backup and queue.
Yes.
And yeah, as you said, backup is, for example, when there is a line that is formed behind an obstacle, we
Yes.
say backup.
No, behind an obstruction, not obstacle. There's a difference. There's a
Yeah,
blockage and obstruction. Yes.
blocking. Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. And you said there is a problem, and because of that, you have to wait.
Yes. When you wait. Yes.
Yes. And then we have to knock computers offline,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
acknowledge,
Yes.
acknowledge, which means accept something.
Yes.
Then
That's
we
one of
have
the meanings. Yes.
to come to light, and to make it active. We can say to bring to light, and
Yes.
again, it's something about the meaning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we have some good adjectives like substantial,
Mm-hmm.
tremendous,
Mm-hmm.
gigantic.
Yes.
Yeah, we had arch enemy,
Yes.
and yeah, the most important enemy, snarled. We talked about snarled
Mm-hmm.
to make something complicated,
Yes.
and you said animals like dogs, they can snarl,
Yes.
and it means to show their teeth, to show their maybe anger.
Yes. Would you please pronounce the word? Pronounce it again.
Snarled,
Mm,
snarled.
yes, snarled is the past form. It's snarl, and the past form is snarled. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So the verb is
Snarl
snarl.
and snarl.
Yes. Snarl, snarled.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anything
Thank you, sir.
else? Anything else?
No,
Okay.
I think that's about it.
Okay. What about you, Shireen?
And at yeah,
Yes, you were
at the
saying.
very at the very beginning, at the very end of this video or session, you said somewhere, for example, someone has a heart attack,
Mm-hmm.
and you said, "Heaven forbid."
Yes, heaven
I
forbid.
think.
Yes, heaven forbid.
یعنی خدا رحمتش کنه.
No, it doesn't mean that.
آه.
Heaven
آه.
forbid is an expression, or God forbid. It means خدای نکرده. خدای نکرده.
خدای نه.
When you're talking about
Yeah.
something that's bad, in Persian we
Okay.
say دور از جون, دور از جون. It's like that.
Yes. Yes.
You're giving an example that's not a good thing. So if you don't say that,
Mhm.
it might be bad omen. So you say God forbid or
Yeah.
heaven forbid.
Yeah. And speaking of snarl,
But you
we
want,
had
excuse me,
another.
because you said خدا رحمتش کنه, we have something like that. In
Uh-huh.
English, they say peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him.
Peace
Yes,
be
I know
upon
that.
him.
Yeah. Peace be upon him.
Yes.
Okay. And speaking of snarl, we had another verbs like roar, means
Yes.
خورش کردن,
Yes.
howling, زوزه کشیدن.
Yes.
And another one that I want to add is rev.
Yeah, what is that?
Like rev the engine, for example.
Yeah, means what?
Means
Started?
مثلا, for example, case of, car, when you are behind a traffic light and the car is stopped, but when you press on it, I mean press on the gas pedal, I think. Yes, gas pedal. There is a sound from the engine, yeah,
Yes.
and that is rev.
Yeah.
For example, they rev the engine.
I see. How do you spell it?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
R-E-V, it is the spell, and the sound is like this.
I see. Okay. Yes, I know the sound. Yes. So it's R-E-V?
Yes.
Only R-E-V? Rev?
R-E-V, I think. Yes, yes.
So how do you spell they revved engine? They revved. Is that it? Revved double V? Or just revved single?
No, I think ED, only ED. Yes, this is correct, I think.
So they revved the engine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so anything else?
No, thank you. And that's about it, I think.
Okay, how about you, Shireen?
Yeah.
About what?
I can't hear you, Shireen. I can't hear you. I think you're away from the microphone. I can't hear you really well.
No, I'm very close.
Now you're okay. Yes. Yeah. Please repeat. What did you say?
Nothing.
You said nothing?
Just I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Thank you for being there. But don't curse anyone today, okay?
Okay.
So dining out. Shireen, it's your turn today. Would you please start reading the article?
Yeah.
Yes, and please, Shireen and Lisa, don't look up words in dictionaries, okay? I want you to guess. I want you to think, okay? So put away the dictionaries and just focus on the article. Go on.
Okay. Dining out for democracy.
Democracy.
A yellow
Shireen, it's
economy.
Shireen, it's democracy. Democracy.
Democracy.
Yes.
Democracy.
Yes.
Dining out for democracy. A yellow democracy.
No. Focus. Shireen, focus. It's not a yellow democracy.
A yellow economy has sprung up to cater to Hong Kongers who want greater autonomy.
It starts with a schwa sound. Autonomy.
From China.
Okay. So Shireen, without looking up words in a dictionary or listening to Behzad, please don't let her cheat or anything, okay? I want your pure opinion, your pure understanding. Do you understand anything from the title? Just anything. And don't worry about guessing. You can guess whatever you want. I'm not going to grade you. So feel free to guess. In English, of course. Dining
I
out.
think
What does dining out mean? First of all, tell me this.
I think I guess that
Yes.
it's like a dream that it's not happen. Dream out in afsan or
no, in English. You mean dining out. The phrasal verb dining out means dreaming. That's what you think. Yes.
Dining, it's when I look to the word, it's near to dinner.
Yes, very good. So it's a very good guess. Shirin, it's a very good guess. Don't be ashamed of guessing, okay? Just give me 100% of your focus. Be here. Don't look up words in a dictionary, and don't worry. You're here to learn. So it looks like
maybe,
dinner, you said. So any other guesses?
I guess maybe there are some governments and they gather to eat dinner out and speak about democracy.
Okay,
I guess.
that's a good guess. How about you, Behzad? What do you think dining out means? Or maybe you know the meaning.
I know dining out means eating something out of the house,
Yes,
for example,
good.
in a restaurant.
Yes. So that's the meaning of dining out, Shireen. See, your
Dining
guess
out.
was very much close, Shireen. So don't be afraid of guessing. Always guess. When you don't have access to the dictionary, guess. So dining out for democracy. You know the meaning of democracy, you know the meaning of dining out, but maybe you're thinking, what does dining out have to do with democracy? There's no correlation. So that is what we're going to find out when we read the article. So not always you can understand the whole meaning of a title by just reading the title. Most of the times you have to read the whole article to understand what the title means. So forget about the title now. We'll go to the next lines. Next line. Shirin, would you please read the subtitle? This is the subtitle. Would you read it?
Yes. A yellow economy has sprung up.
It's economy. Economy.
A yellow economy has sprung up to cater to Hong Kongers who want greater autonomy from China.
Yes, very good. So a yellow economy. I'm sure, Shireen, that you know the meaning of economy, right?
Yes, yes.
But can you understand what yellow economy means?
Yellow economy in the bad situation, I guess.
Because of the color. No, that's not what it means. Okay. No. Well, we don't know. Okay, we don't know because we have to read the article to understand the meaning of yellow economy. Okay. Has sprung up. Excuse me? Yes?
We had some yellow
pages
in the past.
Yes, yellow
pages with a lot of information about everything and number and address. I don't know it's related to this one or not.
That's a very good guess. No, it's not related, but it's very good that you think about it. See, when you open a dictionary, as soon as you see a word that you don't know the meaning of, you won't allow your mind to search. See, all these years that you've been learning English, a lot of vocabulary, a lot of grammar, a lot of structures, a lot of concepts are saved in your mind. When you put away the dictionary, you allow your mind to search for it. It's like a search engine on the internet. That's a good, memory. You know that it meant yellow pages or something. But no, it doesn't have anything to do with yellow pages. Has sprung up. What is the tense of this verb? Has sprung up.
Present perfect.
Yes, present perfect. has sprung up.
Mhm.
What does sprung up mean? What is the present simple form of this?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Spring.
Z.
It's a past participle of spring.
Yes, it is the past participle of spring, but the present simple tense would be springs up. What does spring up mean?
Spring.
Spring up. Just guess. If you don't know the meaning, guess.
Like a spring changed um, from bad, worst situation to best. I just guess because a spring, it's the symbol of something renovate and renew, and maybe it means that jump into the good position.
Very good.
Or
Jump was a good guess, but it doesn't mean a good position or anything. So sprung up, that is the participle form of spring up. How about you, Behzad? Do you know the meaning of that word?
Maybe because of that, yellow economy, which I think it's a kind of maybe campaign, like we have Parshanbe Sefid and others, it is something related to that, I think. And because of that campaign or event, something happens. Something happened. And by saying has sprung to something, maybe the writer wants to say that maybe something changed, or maybe some transition have happened and has happened, something like that.
Okay, that's a good guess, but not exactly what it means. To spring up means to become something that didn't exist before is now there. That springs up. In Persian, we say سر برآوردن, huh? For example, a new problem has sprung up. This problem did not exist before, but now it does. For example, just imagine that there were no jobless people in Iran before COVID-19. But after it happened, a new problem has sprung up, and that's jobless people. So when
unemployment.
yes, exactly, unemployment or jobless people. So when something springs up, it didn't exist before, but now it does. Okay, sprung up.
Thank you.
Yes, to cater to Hong Kongers. Now, Shirin, to cater to, what does that mean? Do you know the meaning of cater?
I don't know,
but we have a
cater.
word. I want you to find the associations. There are some associations in Persian, things that are similar to cater. Behzad, don't say anything, okay? I want this to be Shirin's guess. Cater.
Cater?
Yes, cater.
I don't know, but cater is similar to creator, or no, but no.
Like catering. Have you heard of a catering?
Catering.
Yes.
Preparing food.
Yes, very good. So what is cater in here? Is that an adjective, an adverb, a noun, a verb? What is it?
Adjective.
Behzad, what is it?
A yellow economy has sprung up to cater.
No, not the meaning, just the part of the speech. Is cater an adjective in here, a noun? What is it?
Hong Kongers.
It's adjective?
It's no. I think it's verb.
Yes, very good. It's a verb. To cater, catering, catering. Let me type it. Catering is the noun, and cater is the verb. Cater is the verb. So to cater to Hong Kongers. Shirin, you know the meaning of catering. Based on that, what do you think cater means as a verb?
provide something.
Very good. Provide what? Provide is
provide
good.
Provide food.
Very, very good. Yes, exactly. Provide food. In here, in this article, it means provide food, but it does mean providing other things too. Anything that you need is catering to means that, just providing anything that you need. To Hong Kongers, what does Hong Kongers mean?
The people who live in Hong Kong.
Very good. Who want greater autonomy from China. Do you know the meaning of autonomy?
Autonomy. Autonomy.
Do you know, or do you want to guess?
I want to guess.
No, you can't guess. In here, you can't guess. Because I don't think it's similar to anything that you know.
I know anatomy, but autonomy, no.
Okay. What about, how about you, Behzad?
Autonomy is, for example, when I work for myself, or I'm an entrepreneur, I have autonomy at my work, and I can go every time, I can do everything that I want. But when I am an employee, I do not have that autonomy, and someone is there that all the time tells me, do that.
Do this,
Don't
do that. Yes,
do that.
exactly.
Yeah,
What's that in Persian?
This
What's
is
autonomy in Persian?
I can say
it's usually
استقلال.
Istiqlal is independence, but it's usually used for countries. It's usually for countries. It's not usually used for people, but it can be, but it's not usually used. Excuse me, what was that?
Yes.
What did you say?
مستقل.
Yeah, it means that, but there's a word for it. It's a beautiful word. خودمختاری. خودمختاری.
خودمختاری.
And what's the adjective form of autonomy? Autonomous. Autonomous.
Yeah, autonomous.
Like autonomous states in Afghanistan. ایالت‌های خودمختار در افغانستان. I don't know if they exist or not. So, Behzad, would you please read the first paragraph?
But, I didn't get exactly the meaning of the subtitle.
See,
the yellow economy has sprung up to cater.
You won't, Behzad. You have to wait. You have to wait until you read the article. These are the parts, yellow economy and cater to Hong Kongers. These are the parts that you'll understand when you read the article. If you look up words in the dictionary, you won't get it. You have to understand the metaphors that the writer used in here. So, would you please read the first paragraph?
Yeah. During the darkest days of the coronavirus crisis in Hong Kong, when restaurants were barely surviving, an appeal went out on social media to save rainy.
Yes, that's a Chinese word, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's Chinese.
Rainy Chong's Toast.
Yes.
Yeah. The restaurant is a yellow business, meaning it openly supports Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. Like-minded diners answered the call, though they weren't the ones who normally frequent the city's hip bar district.
Yes, very good. So, during the darkest days of the coronavirus crisis, you understand this part, right? Both of you?
Yes.
Okay. In Hong Kong, you know where Hong Kong is, right?
Yes.
When restaurants were barely surviving, what does barely mean, Behzad?
Barely with a lot of efforts or with difficulties.
Exactly.
They were surviving with a lot of difficulties.
Yes. Why was that? Why were they barely surviving? What was the problem?
Because the people were banned to go out and eat out.
Yes. I think it's banned from doing something, not banned to.
Yes,
Banned from doing it.
Yes, yes.
An appeal went out on social media. You know the meaning of social media. Do you know the meaning of appeal?
Yes.
What does appeal mean?
Appeal means, I don't want to say it in Farsi. Appeal, request.
Yes, very good. Request. An appeal went out, that is the past form of go out. What does go out mean in here? An appeal went out on social media.
I can say it became viral.
Very good. Yes, it became viral. One person shared this appeal, then another person shared it. Someone sent it to you, you sent it to me. That is going out. When something goes out on social media, that's what they meant. So, excuse me, I've lost the line. To save Rini Chung's dose. I don't know if the pronunciation is correct, but that's a Chinese name. What is it? What is Rini Chung's dose?
Rini Chung's dose. I think maybe it's the name of a restaurant.
Very good, yes. The name of the restaurant. The restaurant is a yellow business. The restaurant is a yellow business, meaning, why meaning? What can you put instead
Which
of
means?
Yes, very good. Which means it openly supports Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. What is movement in Persian?
Movement. Movement means حرکت, but here it means
Yes. Yes, you were saying.
Yeah. Yes.
It's something political. You hear it on the news.
Yes. Jombesh.
Yes, very good. Jombesh. So you know that Hong Kongers want more autonomy from China. They want to be autonomous. They want to live on their own. They don't want China to meddle in their affairs. So that's,
yeah, and it seems that special restaurant where was one of the supporters of this movement.
And so why yellow? Do you understand the meaning of yellow in here?
No, I can't find the relationship
because
between
it hasn't
yellow.
been mentioned yet. It just says that yellow business means this. So yellow business means this. But why yellow? We don't know yet. We have to read on. It openly supports. What does it mean to openly do something?
Openly here means without any fear.
No, not exactly without fear. It could be without fear, but openly. And I want the exact meaning of openly. It could mean without fear, but that's not what's meant in here.
Openly supports. Openly supports it. It supports this movement thoroughly.
Not thoroughly. Do you know the meaning of covert? Let me type it here. Covert and covertly.
Covert.
You can I don't know. Behzad, you can do things openly or covertly. They're the opposite. Covertly is the opposite of openly. When I do something covertly, usually political activities, it's done covertly. Like in our country, if someone wants to be an activist, a political activist, they have to do everything covertly. They cannot do it openly. If they do it openly, it means that everyone knows about it. If they do something
clearly,
به صورت واضح, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. But if you covertly do it, you cover everything. Nobody knows it.
Yes.
Okay? So you understand this part, huh? Pro-democracy. Like-minded diners. What does like-minded mean, Behzad? And diners too.
Like-minded, like-minded means people who think like this.
Like what? You said
or
yes.
like yeah, there are some people who support these movements, like the owner of that restaurant, and we have other peoples who used to have their dinner at these restaurants maybe, and they think like the other of the owner of the restaurant, and they are thinking in the same. They are thinking the same way.
Yes, but like-minded, you mean that like-minded only means the people who think like the owner of this restaurant?
Here it means
No, just
yeah,
generally.
many.
What does like-minded mean generally? Just explain it in English in simple words.
همونجور که گفته شد.
No. Like-minded.
No.
Like-minded is an adjective.
Yes, like-minded.
For example,
in Farsi.
In English. I'll give you an example, and then I want you to give me the explanation. Behzad, do you have a child?
Yeah.
Okay, just suppose that you and your wife believe that in order to have a good child, you must be always kind to her or him. Then,
Yes.
excuse me, then you're like-minded people. But suppose that your wife thinks that sometimes you should hit your child, but you think that you should never hit your child. Then you're not like-minded people. So, what does like-minded mean? Shirin, you can say it if you know. Yes, very good. Exactly. Like-minded people. But in here we have like-minded diners. Diners. That's the plural form of diner. What does it mean?
Yeah. The people who eat out, for example, at the restaurant.
Yes, very good. I mentioned that because some people think that diners are people who eat dinner. It doesn't mean that. It just means that they eat out. Just anything.
Yeah.
Answer the call. What is the call in here?
The call, maybe it means they, supporters of that movement request others to join them.
Requested
and
from
it's
others.
like
Requested from others, yes.
From others, yeah, to join them, and it's like a call.
Yes, very good, excellent. Yes, exactly. So they answered the request or the call.
Yeah.
Though they weren't the ones who normally frequent the city's hip bar district. Though is the same as although. They weren't the ones who normally frequent the city's hip bar district. What does frequent mean in here, Behzad? And what is the part of a speech of frequent? Is it a noun, an adjective, an adverb? What is it?
It must be verb.
Very good. Yes, it's a verb. What does it mean?
Yeah.
No, not you, Behzad. Shirin, you. Tell me what frequent means. Don't ask Behzad, okay? Just focus on the text and try to guess. Does it look like another verb or another noun that you know?
Like frequency.
Very good.
And something that goes out and in. Something like that.
Can you try harder? Guess better. Tell me some of the words that look like frequent. Some of the words that you know that look like frequent.
I don't know. Hustle and bustle and.
Do you know the adverb frequently?
Yes.
What does it mean, Shirin? Frequently. What does frequently mean?
Frequency. Repeatedly, again and again.
Yes. So, what does frequent mean? Behzad, you can help.
Yeah, frequent. as an adjective means
no, it's a verb.
When some, yeah, here I think yes, because it's the first time that I came across frequent as, you know,
a verb,
as a verb. Yes, though they weren't the ones who normally frequent the city's hip hop district. Some of the diners who you know, never usually maybe used to go hip hop district, even those people join the movement.
So what does frequent mean? Not the whole sentence, just the word frequent. The verb.
Yeah, the verb means to come and go.
Not exactly. Come and go how?
Or to...
There's a quality to it. You have to guess the quality. That's important. I'll give you an example. See, there's a restaurant where I frequent in Tehran. I don't frequent that restaurant. People don't frequent traditional restaurants these days. They usually like fast food restaurants.
Yes.
Use a lot.
Yes. To go frequently.
Yes.
When you frequent a place, it means that you go there frequently.
Yes.
Okay. Make a sentence, please, Behzad. Talk about your own job. Make a sentence with the verb frequent and talk about your own job. You can talk about your patients who people with the same symptoms who come to the hospital. Okay, I said the whole sentence. You can make whatever sentence you want. Doesn't matter.
I don't frequent the theater during the year because I do not have enough time.
Yes, very good. Shireen, you?
I frequent to the gym.
Not too, Shireen. There is no preposition.
I frequented the gym because it's my occupation.
Yes, that's a good example. Okay, because we don't have much time, I want you to understand what yellow means here. So let's skip this paragraph and let's go to the next page. Can you see it? Can you see the next page?
Yes.
Okay, so this paragraph, can you see the cursor? Shireen, I want you to start with this one, the restaurants. Here.
The restaurants are part of what Hong Kongers call yellow economic circle.
Wait, Shireen, focus, don't hurry, take your time. You're skipping some of the words. The yellow economic circle.
The yellow economic circle, a loose affiliation of thousands of business. Loose affiliation of thousands of businesses that supports the movement calling for universal suffrage.
That's suffrage.
And
Shireen, most of the words that end in age, are pronounced edge, not age. So it's suffrage, blockage. Okay, not blockage, not suffrage. It's suffrage.
Suffrage and other political and legal rights not available.
Shireen, legal, yes.
Legal rights not available to Chinese on the mainland. The yellow is a nod to the American suffragists.
You're saying suffragists. You're putting the stress on re. It's on the first syllable. Suffragists.
Suffragists. Suffragists of the 1800s,
yes,
who chose the color to identify their cause.
Yes.
Starting last year with a handful of
eateries, yes,
that would sometimes offer free drinks and food to pro-democracy protesters. The circle has expanded.
Circle, not circle. No, circle. Circle.
Circle has expanded to include hair salons.
Again, Shireen, it's hair, not hair. Hair, like hair salons.
Hair salons, florists, printers,
yes,
pet groomers, accountants,
it starts with a
lawyers.
schwa, Shireen. It's not accountant, no. Accountants. No, not all. Accountants.
Accountants, lawyers, opticians.
Very good.
Delivery.
No, that's van.
Van delivery.
Yes.
Van delivery.
No, Shireen. Delivery, not delivery. Delivery.
Van delivery, pharmacies, tailors, jewelries, and more.
Shireen, it's not jewelries. It's jewelers. Jewelers,
and more. It even have its own chamber of commerce.
Chamber of commerce. Yes, chamber of commerce. So, Behzad, Shireen, I want you both to work together on this paragraph. The restaurants are part of what Hong Kongers call the yellow economic circle. You understand up to this part, right?
Yes.
The restaurants are part of what Hong Kongers call the... Yes.
A loose affiliation of thousands of businesses that support the movement. Up to this part. A loose affiliation. What does affiliation mean? What does it mean?
Affiliation, for me, that I work in university, I have an affiliation. For example, when I write an article, I have to write my name, and after that, my affiliation. For example, means I am, a professor in pediatrics. I work in for example, Iran University of Science.
Very good.
And these are, the short explanation, which means, which is about, my job, my title, and maybe the place that I'm working.
So there's a good word for it. All that you said can sum up to link, right? Link. Do you know the meaning of link?
Yeah.
So it shows that where you're linked to. You are linked to the university. You're linked to the hospital.
Yes.
You're linked to a place. So this yellow economic circle is a name that's a loose affiliation. They're linking it to something else. But it's a loose affiliation. What does loose mean?
Loose اعتبارشون از دست دادن.
First of all, in English, but no, it doesn't have anything to do with credits. Not the meaning of the whole sentence. Loose is an adjective, as you know.
Yeah.
And you might know the meaning of loose about clothes.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of your clothes are loose, some of them are tight. Loose is the opposite
Yeah.
of tight. Tight.
Yeah.
Do you both understand the meaning of loose?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sure.
yes, exactly. So when something is loose, when an affiliation is loose, when a translation is loose, what does it mean?
سست ضعیف و بی‌پایه.
In English, say it in English. Not that bad.
The affiliation is not strong enough.
Yes, you mean that? Yes, that's a good explanation. It means that it's not exactly what that was. There is a link,
Yeah.
but it's loose. It's not a firm link. It's not a firm affiliation. It's not exactly like that. It's loose. Okay, sometimes
Yes.
sometimes you know a word in English, you cannot explain it exactly in Farsi. You cannot find an equivalent, an exact equivalent in Persian. And you say something to just make the audience understand what you mean. Then you offer a loose translation. Your translation is not exact, it's a loose translation. Sometimes you hear they say loosely translated. Loosely translated, it means blah, blah, blah. Okay, loosely translated. It means that you haven't spent enough time on translating it and finding a good equivalent. So this affiliation, yellow economic circle, is a loose one. It's not exactly what follows. Of thousands of businesses that support the movement calling for universal suffrage. What does suffrage mean?
Suffrage means the right to vote.
Yes, exactly. Suffrage means the right to work. It has nothing to do with suffer. Suffrage and other political and legal rights not available to Chinese on the mainland. So, Behzad, would you please read the whole sentence again from the top? The restaurants?
The restaurants are part of what Hong Kongers call the yellow economic circle, a loose affiliation of thousands of businesses that support the movement calling for universal suffrage and other political and legal rights not available to Chinese on the mainland.
Yes. Can you explain what it means? The whole meaning, the whole idea.
Yeah. It means these people who are maybe protesting or insisting for their rights, such as political and legal rights, or the rights for suffrage. These people which are mainly from Hong Kong. These people try to have a yellow economic circle,
yes,
which consists of different and thousands of businesses. But the link between them are not firm enough, and there is a loose.
No, not link between them. Link between them and something else that you haven't read yet. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does mainland mean in here? Available to Chinese on the mainland.
I think the country of China.
Yes.
Because Chinese suppose that Hong Kong is a part of the China.
A part of China.
But
yes, not the China.
A part of China.
Yes.
But the mainland of China is the country of China. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Do we say mainland Iran? Can we say that?
If we suppose that, for example, Bahrain and other countries are parts of Iran, now the mainland is Iran.
Yes, very good. Exactly. Exactly. So the yellow is a nod to the American suffragists of the 1800s who chose the color to identify their cause. Can you explain this one, Shireen and Behzad?
You know, nod.
Yes, nod.
I know not. For example, when you say something and I do agree with you, but I say nothing, but I show my agreement by nodding my head.
Exactly. So you said the meaning.
Yeah.
So what does not mean in here?
Yeah. Nod با سر
No,
چیز
not
کردن.
in Persian. Yes, I understood what you said. I said that you said
تایید کردن.
yes, in English. You said the meaning. So what does not mean in here? It has nothing to do with the head in here. The yellow is a nod. It is?
A yellow is a nod to the American suffragists of the
You just said it, Behzad. You said when you agree. Okay? You said that you agree.
Yeah.
You agree
Yes,
with them.
yes.
You're in the same line. You're on the same page with them. So that is the nod. It's a metaphor in here. The yellow.
Yeah, it means Hong Kongers are in agree with American suffragists.
Oh, okay. So why the color yellow? We had this on the in the title.
Aha, maybe this color means it means in itself or has itself the meaning of agreement.
No, you just said it in here. No, don't add the meaning. See, in here it was explained. The yellow is a nod to the American suffragists. Who are suffragists, Behzad?
یه لحظه قطع شد صدا.
Okay, who are suffragists?
Suffragists, American.
No, who were? I should have said it like this. Who were suffragists? Shireen, can you tell us who the suffragists were? You know suffrage?
Maybe.
Hunger.
Excuse me?
No, American suffragists.
Go on.
American suffragists, maybe some days black people.
No, you just said that suffrage means the right to vote. Suffrage was the name of a movement. There was a movement in the past in the US. I thought that you knew about it.
Okay.
That's why I didn't say it. There was a time when, yes, as you said, black people or women could not vote when there was an election. So the suffragists movement or the suffrage movement was the movement that ended in women having the right to vote. It happened in the 1800s in the US.
In the US, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So now the color. Who chose the color to identify their cause? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you understand the meaning?
Can I read it again?
Yes, sure.
The yellow is a nod to the American suffragists of the 1800s who choose the color to identify their cause. Yeah, I chose. Yeah, I think in 1800s, American suffragists had a movement like Hong Kongers, and in that time, I think they chose the color yellow, as a symbol for their maybe movement.
Yes. Do you understand this choice of color to single out the movement to identify themselves? Can you give me an example of it?
No.
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 Shirin, how about you? No. See, we had the same thing in Iran. maybe it's new in our country, but it existed 100 years ago. See, for example, during it was 7 years ago when Mr. Rouhani was elected as the president. Was it 7 years ago, 8 years ago? So there
Yeah.
was a color.
Yeah.
There was a color for his
Yeah.
campaign. It was
Purple.
purple. Yes. See, it's
Purple.
very common in the West to choose a color for campaigns that they start. So that was a campaign. That was a movement or any movement.
Yeah.
Every movement has a color.
Okay.
So when they make ribbons, when they make flags, or they make billboards, the color is that one. The color that suffragists, the political activists, people who wanted
Yeah.
women and black people and everyone to vote, were using was
Yeah.
yellow. And because
Yes.
suffrages,
Yes.
the right to vote, and people in Hong Kong they don't want to get the right to vote. They want to have more autonomy. And that's a right. So that's a right that they think they should have. They chose the color yellow that suffragists in the US had chosen for themselves.
One time. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Maybe the problem is that I
Yeah.
skipped this paragraph and I went straight ahead to the paragraph with the color, so you didn't understand this part. Enough with that paragraph.
Now I got it.
So now you get it. Well, how about you, Shireen? Do you understand?
Yes.
So now see the
Yes.
color? Dining out for democracy. You don't understand the title now. Dining out for democracy. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense still. But this part does. A yellow economy has sprung up to cater to Hong Kongers who want greater autonomy from China. So the time of the class is very short, but I want you to go through this paragraph. I'm sure that if you do, then you'll understand the whole meaning. So, Behzad, would you please read it? Not fast.
Yes. Which part?
The second paragraph, the one we skipped. Wearing masks.
Yes. Wearing masks and we
Yes. Yes.
Chain.
Yes, as you said, wielding. Yes.
Wielding walking sticks. Senior citizens climbed up steep Peel Street to wait in a line 10 people deep outside Chang's restaurant. As an additional show of solidarity, some paid much more than their meals cost, so that Chang's $40 a day take suddenly shot up to $900.
$40 a day. Yes.
Yeah.
Go on.
The appeal actually saved my business, says the 24-year-old, as fashionably short hair and tattooed arms. The senior citizens thanked us, the younger generation, for what we are doing to support democracy.
Okay, thank you. Now, Shireen, do you understand this part? Do you understand what happened? What it has to do with food and eating out and dining, etc.?
Honestly, no.
Honestly, not honestly. See, put the stress on the first syllable. Honestly, yes. Honestly, no. Thanks for your honesty. See, I refer you to the first paragraph in here. See, during the darkest days of the coronavirus crisis in Hong Kong, when restaurants were barely surviving, an appeal went out on social media to save this restaurant. The restaurant is a yellow business, meaning it openly supports Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. Okay? Like-minded diners answered the call, though they weren't the ones who normally frequent the city's hip bar district. Okay, I explained the hip bar district. It's hip bars are bars where you pay for the drink and they deliver it to your house. But it doesn't have anything to do with the whole paragraph or the meaning. So, Behzad or Shirin, whichever of you who understands this, can you tell me the meaning of the whole paragraph? What happened in here?
Yeah, I can say the gist of this
Very
paragraph,
good, yes.
And it means that people who were, like-minded, and actually they want to, support the movement.
Yes.
They try to support the owner of that restaurant,
Yes.
and they, for example, they frequently went there, and they paid more than enough for their meals, and in this way they actually saved the business.
Yes, but why did they save the business? Why did they help the restaurant owner to save the restaurant and save the business?
Because maybe the first reason, part of the reason, is that the owner of that restaurant was
yes,
was a supporter for the movement.
Yes, exactly.
And on top of that, that was a place that they could be able to gather together and maybe think about movement.
Yeah, just the first thing that you said, Behzad, because the owner was a supporter. He openly supports Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. See?
Yes.
He openly supports it. But because he was poor, because of the coronavirus, someone started this campaign, and then people went there and ate to give him money. That's what they did.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So this is what happens in here. I'm sorry, because of the timing of the class, I had to jump to the 4th paragraph, and maybe that's why you were confused. Shirin, do you understand it so far? Do you understand what happened?
Yes.
Okay, so now you understand this. Dining out for democracy. Shirin, now I want you to explain this title.
Dining out for democracy.
No? Behzad, how about you?
No.
Can you explain it?
Yeah, dining out. Of course, now we know that people started to go out and eat out, and the link between dining out and for democracy, I think it means because the owner of that special restaurant was one of the supporters for the Hong Kong democracy. They tried to help the democracy by eating out.
Very good. Exactly. Shirin, do you understand it now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Shirin, I want you to explain the subtitle now. A yellow economy has sprung up to cater to Hong Kongers who want greater autonomy from China. Of course, excuse me, I have to add this part too. Before you explain this, Shirin, would you please read this paragraph similarly?
Similarly, at C plus burger, sale a snack when classes at
don't hurry up. Sales sank, not snack, sank.
Sales snack sank.
Are you hungry? Shirin, are you hungry? Yes?
Yes, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't have lunch. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that we could cover it. I really thought that we could cover the whole 4 paragraphs. And I shouldn't have chosen this one, maybe. But how about you, Behzad? Are you hungry too?
No, I'm totally fresh.
Okay, so Shirin, go please snack and come back while Behzad reads this paragraph. Okay, go eat something or bring a snack or something to the computer. Okay, we'll wait for you. Okay, Behzad.
Similarly at C plus burger, sales sank when classes at the nearby University of Hong Kong were suspended during the protests last year, and they fell further when the territory's citizens and companies began taking precautions after the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed in January. Every single day, I would just sit here like a Buddha, waiting for business, says owner Carrie Lou 30.
Yes, 30.
Then in 30. Then in February, an appeal on a yellow Facebook page.
Yes. Here. Can you see? Can you see?
Yeah. Yeah. Summoned, yeah, a crowd to the tiny storefront, and Lou sold out her 100 burger inventory in just 3 hours.
Inventory in just 3 hours, yes.
The business has been steady since. If there were no protest movement, she says, I would never have survived.
Okay. Do you understand it now? Beza, just suppose that you had read this article, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, and you wanted to tell me or a friend of yours what it was about in plain English with simple words, simple sentences. You don't have to choose fancy words. Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah. It is a story which happened during the pandemic of coronavirus.
Yes.
And like other businesses, the owner of restaurants and, restaurants and burgers, they were at risk of,
you can say bankruptcy or losing their business.
Yeah, losing their jobs, yes. But here, people try to save them, and they ran a campaign, which name was,
whose name? Whose can be used for things and animals and concepts too. You don't have to use which. Of course, you cannot use which in here. Whose name was?
Whose name was Yellow Economy, and by doing this, they were able to survive some of these restaurants. And of course, the owner of these restaurants,
they were able to help some of these restaurants survive, not survive these restaurants. Okay, help them survive.
Yeah, they were help them survive. Yes. And of course, the owner of these restaurants were,
like-minded.
Were like-minded, were like-minded, and all of them aim to, have democracy in Hong Kong, and have the rights to vote and other political rights.
Yes, other political. So, Beza, do you mean that all the restaurant owners in Hong Kong had the opportunity to say
no, some of them, or maybe.
Yes, some of them. So which ones exactly? Which ones had the chance to save their businesses? Which ones were helped by people?
The ones, the ones who, were like-minded. And they
Can you see
were.
The cursor?
They were.
Can you see the mouse cursor? Pro-democracy. They were pro-democracy. They wanted democracy in Hong Kong. So those people.
Yes.
Only the restaurant owners who were like that. only those
Yes.
were supported by the people. So they decided
Or
to eat, people decided to eat in these restaurants to help the owners and somehow, maybe indirectly, help democracy in Hong Kong.
Yeah, or whom were one of the members of the pro-democracy movement.
Yes, so they didn't just try to save one of them, huh? They helped all the restaurant owners who were pro-democracy, all the restaurant owners who wanted to help Hong Kong be autonomous.
Autonomous, yes.
Excuse me, so because of the time of the class, I had to jump to the 4th paragraph, and maybe that caused the misunderstanding. But now you understand the title and the subtitle,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
Yes, of course. No, دستشون درتون خیلی عالی بود.
You are welcome. Thank you. And sorry, Shireen, I made you starve. I'm sorry. I understand you. I don't like it when I starve either. So see you again next session, and you can read the rest of the paragraphs on your own and learn more.
Yes.
There are a lot of things to learn in here. We really didn't have time for these. That's why I wanted to jump to the 4th paragraph. Okay, thank you very much, and bye-bye. See you again next week.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.